Hey, brothers and sisters, it's the Reverend, and I am here with Scott Peterson, who is kind of the Waves live sound dude for the Americas, meaning North, South, and Central, I believe. Right, Scott?
That is correct.
And Scott is in, you're in what, Chattanooga or?
In Knoxville,
Tennessee. In Knoxville, okay.
2.5 hours east of Nashville.
Okay, cool. And we're here to talk a little bit about new Waves stuff. I know that the version 9 just came out. Basically, all I really know about it is that they're 64-bit. So why don't you give us a little overview of why this is cool, why we should be paying attention?
Well, the basic rundown of version 9 is we had to come up with an easier format where users could manage their own license and control how they used it, whether it was on a computer-based authorization or with a USB drive. And so in that regard, it does not require iLock any longer.
Thank you.
Before it. You can migrate your license from the cloud to your computer and back to the cloud or across the country or carry it around on a USB stick, which is absolutely imperative for live applications with Yamaha, Digico, D-Show, Allan&Heath, you name it. But it's quick, meaning it takes about 10 seconds to transfer an entire Mercury license as opposed to a longer period in the past.
Right.
And also when you ping our driver, it's almost instantaneous. If you load up a DAW or load up a Digico desk, the startup time, you can watch the plugins go by so fast you can't even read them, as opposed to a 2 to 3 second per license before.
Right.
It takes the boot state for an SD7 from a 5-minute or so situation down to about a minute and a half. You also have one-click license recovery for lost or damaged devices.
Okay.
Basically, you're using what's called the Waves License Center, and you log in with your username and password. It hits the internet. It tells you what your licenses are that are available, either on your local machine, on a removable device, or in the cloud. You select a target, and meaning your source.
Right.
What licenses you want to deposit and the destination, and you hit go, and 10 seconds later, your license is where you told it to be.
Boy, this is like way easier than it was. This is very cool.
Yeah, and if for some reason you have a lost or damaged device, there's a little link right up at the top that says Recover License. It will let you do that once per calendar year. And if you do find the device that was, previously lost,
right,
you can just resynchronize it and it'll reset that clock for you.
That's very cool. Anything else new and exciting on the version 9 stuff?
Well, as far as new plugins, there are always new plugins coming out, and they always come out as the current version. The last big release we had, which was announced at NAMM and released shortly thereafter, and a little bit later on for the live users, was the nonlinear summing engine.
Right.
Which basically we took 32 channels each of Spike Stent's SSL, Mike Hedges' EMI, and Yoav Nevo's custom Neve desks, and modeled 32 channels of each as far as what their harmonic flavor is.
Right.
So you take the channel instance of the plugin and decide how much you want of one of those 3 flavors. Then you can run it either through the actual internal summing of the console, or you can run it through one of 8 VCA subgroups and pick a channel flavor for bus summing as well.
Well, that's really kind of interesting.
Yes, you can take your drums and run them through from SSL, stringed instruments from EMI, and vocals through Neve, and run them all through the summing bus of a Neve console.
Yeah, you see, this is one of the things that I love about digital and plugins and stuff. You couldn't do that in a million years in the analog world. And, people can fight all they want about whether the emulations are exactly the same as the hardware and everything else. But the truth of the matter is, you couldn't take that out on a live gig ever.
Well, it would be really difficult, and you would have to have a never-ending supply of budget.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you tell management you want to do that.
Yeah, I know some specific live sound touring acts right now that are using Midas and SSL pre's in front of various digital consoles, and they're the guys with never-ending budgets.
They have to be.
Well, we had a situation very similar to what you're mentioning happen about a month and a half ago, where I got a call from Danny Munoz, who was Flo Rida's engineer,
right,
on a Friday afternoon at about 5 o'clock.
Of course.
And he had just found out that he was not going to get his choice console, a D-Show, in Vancouver the next Tuesday. So we overnighted him a server and a Y16 card, because he's getting a PM5D all of a sudden.
Okay.
And I walked him through porting all of his sessions from D-Show onto a 5D multi-rack sound grid system that he could run the plugins on the server. He hits Vancouver with the server and sends me an email 2 days later like, thank you very much. My show is the same. The artist is happy. The fans are happy. And, thank you.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Total signal path portability.
There you go. Okay, sir. Well, we will let you get back to work. Well, actually, did you guys are doing some stuff with young guys at this point in time, aren't we?
Yes, we are about to embark on a campaign courtesy of Mr. Greg Price, and we are in the process of selecting some new young live sound engineers to collaborate with. And the first guy, his name is Brett Orison, and he will be out of Austin, Texas, and we're working on an event right now with him.
That's really cool. We'd love to hear about some of the young guys. Nothing against some of my buddies who have been doing this for 30 years, but we've got to get some younger blood in there.
I think so too. And it's fun to work with some new guys that you don't necessarily know what they're doing yet.
Because sometimes they come up with really cool solutions because nobody's told him he can't do that.
Well, and this guy's hot, though. I mean, he's mixing the Black Angels right now and just finished doing a couple of tours with Grey Boy All-Stars and Carl Denson. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, he's definitely mixing great acts. But
very cool.
It's going to be fun to see what he does.
Okay, sir. Well, you get back to work. I'll get back to work. We'll get this thing going. And more and cooler stuff in the days ahead, I'm sure. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, man. Thank you very much, Scott.
Thank you.